Hope there should not be any death now onwards for COVID. But in case some death occur, we have to be prepared and we need to know what are the precautions and how to care for the dead body with COVID-19. So when the death occurs for anyone with COVID-19, we need to all the healthcare workers need to see there has to be a balance between the rights of the family. There has to be We have to see for the need to investigate the cause of death and prevention of infection. So we have to maintain a balance between all these three components when a death of patient happens with COVID-19. So for this, all the healthcare workers need to maintain the dignity of the dead. We have to see for the cultural and religious traditions of the family. We have to maintain them for social distancing and also need to see that their hasty disposal of their dead body to be avoided. And it should be done in a proper way by the proper infection control. For training of the healthcare workers, we need to train them for handling of the dead body. For all those who are handling the patients in the isolation area, in mortuary, in ambulances, or while transporting the patient or the dead body. So they need to be trained in the standard infection prevention and control practices of hand hygiene, use of personal protective equipments like water resistant apron, gloves, mask, eye wear. So they all the health workers have to be trained in donning of the personal protective equipments, doffing of the personal protective equipments. So all the steps for donning the personal protective equipments while gowning, mask, application of the goggles, gloves should be told and they should be trained in them, and removing also. So how to doff. So in between all the steps of wearing the gloves, goggles, gown, mask, hand washing should be performed by the all the healthcare workers who are handling the patients in the who are handling the dead body in the isolation. So we have to basically train and all the health workers for safe handling of the dead body. So preparing the dead body for removal from the isolation. So what happens is when the death occur, the body is to be removed from the isolation. So when the body is to be removed, the steps of preventing the infection is important. So precautions are required. So everyone has to perform the hand hygiene. They have to wear the personal protective equipments. Water resistant apron has to be there, goggles, N95 mask, gloves. There has to be plugging of the oral, nasal orifices of the dead body to prevent the leakage of the body fluids. Now, because these can be infectious, so care has to be taken to plug all the anatomical orifices and the oral nasal orifices of the dead body. Removing of all the lines, drains, and the catheters is important. So when you are preparing for the dead body removal from the isolation, ensure that leaking from the orifices is contained by dressing with the impermeable. So when all the lines are removed, so dressing is to be applied which doesn't allow the leakage to happen. So the dressing material should be impermeable. Minimal movement and handling of the dead body should be there. So minimum which is required, that amount of handling is to be done. Place the dead body in a leak-proof plastic bag, body bag. So this is important so as any drainage which is there from the body, though it is being covered by the dressing material, impermeable dressing material, but it is safer to keep them in the leak-proof plastic body bag. So this kind of body bag can be there which are leak-proof. Preparing the dead body for removal from isolation. Another thing in this is the exterior of the body bag can be decontaminated with 1% hypochlorite solution. So this is because in cases some touch is there from the outer side surface, it should also be cleaned with 1% hypochlorite solution. The body bag can be wrapped with a mortuary sheet or sheet which is provided by the family members. The body will be either handed over to the relatives or it may be taken to the mortuary. So now what happens is when the dead body is being taken out from the isolation, be it in a home or in a hospital setting, the family wants to see the dead body. So if the family wishes to view the dead body at the time of removal from the isolation home or the area, they may be allowed to do so, but they should be instructed before only to use the standard precautions in that case. So all the standard precautions should be applied by the family members who need to view and touch the dead body of the patient. So when the dead body is out, we have to see for the environmental cleaning and disinfection. So it is important because it's been found that human coronaviruses are remaining infectious on the surfaces for even up to 9 days. So all the surfaces of the isolation area, be it the floors, bed, railings, side tables, IV stand, anything in the unit which is being touched by the patient should be wiped with the 1% sodium hypochlorite solution, and it should be allowed to have a contact time of 30 minutes and then allow it to air dry. In environmental cleaning, all the soil linen should be handled with standard precautions. You have to put them in the biohazard bag. Outer surface of the bag is disinfected with the hypochlorite solution. Clean and disinfect the environmental surfaces with the 1% sodium hypochlorite solution. Used equipment need to be sent for autoclaving, decontaminated with the disinfectant solution. So it has to be as per the infection prevention control policies of the hospital. All medical waste must be handled carefully and disposed of properly. The health staff who handle the body will remove the personal protective equipment and they have to perform the hand hygiene. So when the dead body has come out, we need to provide more counseling to the family members, and we have to respect their sentiments. So handling of the dead body in the mortuary. So in the mortuary staff also, the precautions they have to apply all the standard precautions. So mortuary staff should observe the standard precautions. So dead body should be stored in the cold chambers, and if required they can be maintained in a 4 degrees Celsius temperature. Mortuary also must be kept clean. All the environmental surfaces, the instruments, transport trolley should be properly disinfected with the hypochlorite solution. After removing the body, the chamber doors, handles, the floor should be cleaned with the hypochlorite solution 1%. In the mortuary, the environment is to be kept clean and well ventilated with adequate lighting. The surfaces and the instruments should be made of material that can be easily disinfected and maintained between the autopsies in case it has to be performed. Instruments used during the autopsy should be cleaned and disinfected immediately after the autopsy as a part of the routine procedure. So in case if the mortuary if the autopsy is to be done, so this cleaning is more required. Now embalming of the dead body should not be allowed. In cases of autopsy on the COVID-19 dead bodies, it should be avoided as far as possible. In case it has to be performed, then infection prevention control practices to be followed by the health team members. The number of experts and the support staff in the autopsy room should be limited. Team should use the full personal protective equipments. After autopsy, body should be disinfected with the 1% sodium hypochlorite solution. Place the body in the body bag, the exterior of which is again decontaminated with 1% sodium hypochlorite solution. The body then thereafter can be handed over to the relatives. The autopsy table is again to be disinfected as per the standard protocol. So when the transporting of the dead body is to be done, the drivers and the staff should be trained in handling the dead body of the COVID-19 patient. So for transporting of the dead body, the body which is secured in a body bag, exterior of which is decontaminated, they possess no additional risk to the staff who are transporting the dead body because it is being thoroughly cleaned by the hypochlorite solution and placed in the body bag. So there are no chances of any exposure to the other health team members who are transporting the dead body. The personnel or any person who are handling the body may follow the standard precautions. The vehicle which is used for transporting the dead body should be also decontaminated with the 1% sodium hypochlorite solution. Now in the crematorium or burial ground, the crematorium or burial ground staff should be sensitized that COVID-19 does not pose any additional risk. All the staff to practice the standard precautions of hand hygiene, using of the mask and gloves. If the family members want to view the dead body at the end, it should be unzipped by the face end of the body bag so that minimum exposure is there. Staff and relatives, they should use the standard precautions. Hand hygiene to be performed after touching the dead body. Now religious rituals which to be done and not to be done are reading from the religious script. This is allowed. Sprinkling of the holy water that can be done. Any last rites that does not require touching the body, they can be done. Don't, if some oozing is there, the bathing of the body should be avoided. Kissing, hugging, and unnecessary touching of the dead body should be avoided. In case when the death occurs at the home, so the person who is preparing the dead body, like washing, cleaning, they need to wear the gloves, wash hands with soap and water afterwards. No hugging, kissing of the dead body is allowed. Balance cultural sensitivity and minimum exposure. So here in this place we have to seek for the cultural sensitivity, and we the same time the minimum exposure with the dead body should be there, so as to avoid the infection spread. Children and people above 60 years and anyone having the underlying illness, be it immunocompromisation, diabetes, hypertension, or any other sickness which is there, they should not prepare the dead body and they should not be coming close to the dead body of the patient. All gather to maintain a distance of at least 1 to 2 meters. So the gathering which is there at the time of death, they have to maintain at least a distance of 1 meter. People placing the body on funeral pyre should wear gloves, wash their hands with soap and water after removing the gloves. When burying the dead body, funeral or burial staff and the family member should perform the hand hygiene after burying. The ash of the dead body does not pose any risk and can be collected to perform the last rites. Large gathering at the crematorium burial ground should be avoided as a social distancing measure, as it is possible that close family contacts may be symptomatic and they may be shedding the virus at that particular time. So those members who are there in the crematorium or ground, they should be standing at a distance of at least 1 to 2 meters. People with respiratory symptoms must not participate, or if they are there, they have to maintain distance and wear the mask. Minimum number of participants in the ceremony should be there. They must follow the physical distancing, respiratory etiquettes, and the hand hygiene practices. Belongings of the dead to be handled with the gloved hand by the relatives, disinfected with 1% bleach or either 70% ethanol solution. Clothing of the deceased to be machine washed at water temperature of 60 to 90 degrees Celsius or with a detergent, or it can be soaked in 0.05% chlorine for minimum 30 minutes. Linen then should be dried in the sunlight. The psychological support which is required to the family is very important, because there is a stigma with the COVID, and moreover the death happens with the COVID in the family. So because of the COVID stigma, the death of the family member, and moreover the minimal access and handling of the dead body which happens, this all may lead to a kind of psychological trauma in the family. So such a family should be counseled a lot and they should be supported. They should be taken care of in this hard time, and the stigma should be minimized. So with this I close the session. Thank you.